All right. It's been a busy day here at the library. Called my new insurance for health. I've set up, got a list of in-network dentists and in-network people for vision. I done set up vision appointments and lots of lovely stuff. And I'm in the middle of trying to get ready for tonight as well. Pimpology. Let's get on Law 32, shall we? Okay. It's like 20 minutes before the library closed, so I'm gonna see if I can get 2 chapters done. I'm challenging myself today. 2 chapters done here within about the next 10 minutes. So Law 32, I'd be happy if I can get Law 32 and Law 33 accomplished. So, do y'all like it better with the music or without the music? I just thought I'd ask. Turn a tramp into a champ. I put hoes in New York onto DKNY, Notorious B.I.G. hypnotized for life. I have knocked many a hoe because I was able to sell her on my idea of how she should look. Say, female, you walking around in those Payless shoes, I would tell her. Come F with this pimpin' and I'll have you in some Jimmy shoes. You need to choose a pimp who can show you how to make some real money. Tell that sucker you effing with to get lost and come F with a pimp boss. I can tell you about that outfit at Rainbow. Let me take you to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Depending on the clientele, I would even put my hoes in business suits with some personality glasses on, looking like sexy attorneys or school teachers. This always increased the tricking. A trick would see that and his cock-a-doodle-doo would get instantly hard, which meant more money for me. When I was 7 deep, I called it showtime. That's when I got all my hoes together and dressed them up the way I thought they should look. Put on your best hoe gear and your best hoe face, I would tell them. It's us against the world. Unfortunately, some hoes can't be helped. You just can't make them over. I had one who had a body odor problem. I'd have the problem with a few other hoes, but this one took the cake. I don't know whether she had a body chemistry problem or what. I bought her tons of deodorant. She was always musty. The funny thing was, the hoe kept making money. There must have been some desperate tricks out there because I couldn't F with her. Because she was making that money, I didn't cut her for a long time, but after a while, she had to go. I told her, Tracy, you gotta go, baby. You ain't doing something right. You effing up my business. It was a hard situation to handle, but I had to be real about it. My other host said, we so glad you got rid of that funky female daddy. I have had hoes who didn't care about themselves, but when they effed with me, they had to change all of that. Even if they didn't care about themselves, I cared about my money. It's pretty good. The ism. Appearances are everything, and a hoe has to look the part she's playing. If she comes from nothing, she has to look like something. A pimp has to polish that hoe like she's a rock that he's trying to sell as a diamond. If he meets a hoe from the Bronx and she's wearing tennis shoes and some jeans, the first thing he must do is change her outfit and give her a complete makeover. His job is to make that hoe more marketable so she appeals to a trick's fantasy. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but the truth is that's all we do. If you have a producer, people won't buy it. If you have a product, people won't buy it unless the total package looks good. So much attention is paid to presentation for one purpose. If you can appeal to a customer's fantasies, he will buy what you're selling. We got a picture of Notorious Big and a picture of Eminem. I don't know why that would be in the book, but it is. And a picture of Tyler Durden. Anyway, I think I'm doing all right on time. Law 33. Bring your people with you to the top. Come through. If you eat good, everyone around you should. Udard Davis. It's beautiful. We're not doing that. Not at all. I'm watching my time. The life. I have been in nightclubs and seen these so-called ballers walk in with their entourages. These suckers will have on about $100,000 in jewels. They will buy out the bar, and if they're feeling really good, they will throw a few $100s into the crowd. All of this is to make them look good, like a star. But their boys look like no money, no fresh clothes, no jewels, just looking effed up. Then this man is wondering why his boys are hating on him. He will think it's jealousy, but it's not. They are saying to themselves, MFFO wants us hanging around him, but he's not sharing the wealth. F him. This dude didn't look out for anyone, and he should have. Back in the day, when I was hanging with my man, Frog, if he stole anything, he would make sure that I had first action at that If I had something, I would share it. With Frog, JD, and whoever else was down with us. When I started doing movies, I made sure to put them down and gave them parts in my movie. My main man, Edward Davis, told me when I did my first movie to make sure to hook up people like white folks. Excuse me, y'all, Caucasians. I'm reading it. Caucasians. To be politically correct. Okay. Scorpio, Gorgeous Dre, and all of those other pimps. He told me I should make sure they came up too. He was right. Because ultimately, by elevating them, it made me look even bigger. I wouldn't be where I am today if somebody didn't look out for me. So if I eat everybody around me, eats. When I came home from the joint, JD, who gave me my first hoe and started me off in the game, gave me some thousands to get back on my feet. That's what you do, especially if you have it. Because stuff like that always has a way of coming back, full circle. In our 27 years of knowing each other, JD and I have benefited greatly from taking care of each other. In late 2006, I was able to put JD up on a lick to buy himself a brand new S55 Benz, which looked good as hell, as it felt great to see him in it. The ism. The first thing people say when they get on top is, I'm going to bring my guys with me. Some do, but most don't. Most people only look out for themselves, and while that may seem cool, it can also be your undoing. In the game, people have individuals around them who would rob them, who would kill them, who would set them up to go to jail, or who would try to F up their reputation. A lot of the motivation behind this activity may be jealousy, but another part can simply be a feeling of lack of appreciation. Money and success attract people, but the worst thing in the world is to have a bunch of people around you, and yet none of them are really down with you. Ooh, mercy. Just like misery loves company, so does prosperity. How much fun can you have at the top if you have no one there to share it all with? If you make it big, take care of those who helped you get there. If you have a chance to become a millionaire, why not make sure that your friends have the same chance? Hell, if everyone around you has their own there's less of a chance that they will be borrowing from you. It's not enough just to give people things. That's not what I'm talking about. The best gifts aren't handed to people, but are shown to people so they can work for themselves. There's an expression, give a man a fish and he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish and he eats for the rest of his life. For all the game has given me, this book is my way of giving back. I think that's beautiful. Thank you for rocking Pimpology with me. To Law 33 by Pimpin Ken and Karen Hunter, the 48 Laws of the Game. It's been nice chatting today. I hope you have an excellent rest of your evening. We're almost finished with the laws, y'all. Hey! All right. Love tubers.